we are live. I'll just turn Greg on, bring myself up. Hi, guys. As you can see, I'm moving. Today, we are talking about getting people to engage with our business. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Pip, and I run Seymour Digital Media over here on the island. And this is Greg.
Hey, everyone. I'm Greg, and I run Original 72 Creative. We're a full service website graphic design and digital marketing firm in Vancouver.
And together we get on here and talk about fun things every Thursday because it's awesome. So we're going to talk about what things you can do to get people to engage with your business, how do others do it, and what can you how and what can you implement your own strategy. Looks like we have a couple people here. I think Danielle, hey, and I can see Gwen and oh, a couple
Karen
other people.
commented.
Karen and Carrie. Yay, guys, thanks for joining. That's wicked. So, Greg, we're going to get right to it, right? So we're talking about how to get people to engage with our business. Now, we run a Facebook group, which gives us some skill, and only because we work at getting people to engage, right?
Yes.
So what kind of things do you see that really seem to work?
Well, just putting something out there is not good enough. You have to have some type, on websites, we always talk about having a call to action. So that means having something on there that triggers the user or visitor to do something, to engage with your business. So you want to do similar things everywhere you have stuff, whether it be on your website, whether it be on social media, whether it be in an ad, a print ad. I know a print ad is just like a static text, but you can still have some type of a call to action that makes the person looking at it want to either reach out, want to go and follow you on Instagram, want to call your business for that product that you're trying to sell them, whatever it is. You want to have some type of call to action so that it entices them to try to engage or have to engage. Like, oh, they're asking me a question, so I need to respond, or I need to go on their social media and make a comment on, whatever it is you were trying to engage with them with.
Right. So, when I researched this topic, I typed into Google. I was like, so getting people to engage with your business, and it came up all social. Nothing about getting people to engage on your website. So I found that really interesting because it looks like businesses nowadays, that's where we go to get engagement, right?
Well, the reason everybody is on social media is for engagement, right? You don't have a website for engagement. You have a website to show that your business is a legitimate business and show what you do. You can try to get more engagement on your website and what's there, what you're doing there by having calls to action, but those calls to action are more relating to trying to pull the visitor in further to look at a product or make a purchase or subscribe to a service or something like that. It's not engagement in the sense of you're talking back and forth on social media. So I'm not surprised when you do a search like that. It's all social media related.
Right. Yeah, no, it was really interesting. What do you guys think? How do you get people to engage? Like on my business page. So it's harder on business pages to get that engagement. So yeah, I heard this great thing, which was your business page is the front of your business. It's the front yard, and the Facebook group is the backyard, so it's where the party happens. And I thought that was really fun. But you can take a lot of what we do, in a group and apply that to your page. You might not get as much reaction or engagement, but there are some really interesting little things you can do. And I bet you guys do some of them right now already. Greg, we were going to get right into it, right? Just like, what do you see others doing on their social media that you think is effective?
I don't mind participating in polls.
Mm.
As
Now,
someone,
wait. So polls being like, because Facebook has the option to do like poll A or B, but you can also do a poll with a picture, like three pictures, A, B, or C, and get people to pick.
yeah, well, I mean, it's the same thing. They're both asking questions. What you think? What would you choose? Whatever. I don't mind doing those because it's very easy for people to just be like, yeah, click that one. There's a little bit less of, maybe it's not as engaging as other things, but you're still getting people's opinions. You're still getting people to respond to whatever it is that you're putting out there, and it's easy.
Mm. Do you know, I wasn't seeing people comment, Greg. I wasn't seeing people comment. I was like, why aren't these guys talking? And no, they are. You guys are talking. I'm sorry. Now I can see. Yay. Greg, what were you saying? Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah.
Well, just the fact that polls were quite easy to put on, and from the user point of view, it's not a huge commitment. You don't have to actually like make a comment.
Like maybe you're,
You
yeah.
can yeah, you can just like pick it and move on. So it's almost like an introduction to engagement.
Mm.
Um,
It does build from there.
but you can it could also be very effective because you could get a lot of information from these polls that you put out there on what people want, you know.
Yeah, so here's a comment. Now, who made this? Kelly made this comment, and it says I got business cards and flyers for one of my business. The second business is about social interaction. I swear, advertising. I I
I've
wear a
heard
shirt.
shirt
Oh,
advertising, yeah.
interesting. That's good. Yeah. So there's a lot of other things you can do too besides the poll. So we were gonna dive into that, Kelly, like offline things too. Do that online thing. See our cups? Oh, I'm not. I have the wrong cup. I am advertising my mortgage broker, guys. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Next time my mug is packed. But so that's a great thing to get offline and to do things in real life. That IRL stuff. It's a game changer. That's why you visit clients, isn't it, Greg?
Yeah, I visit clients. I mean, I don't really consider that engagement, but I guess, yeah, it is engagement. I go out to visit clients, and through visiting and forming better relationships with them, oftentimes more work comes out of it.
Mm, right.
So yeah, I guess I do real world engagement.
Kat just thanked me. I don't know if you guys know, but Kat she's the marketing manager for Exilium. Yeah, they're honestly, if I could give a shout out, if you're in my neighborhood looking to buy a place, those guys rock. And they made my. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm moving. But back to the topic, Greg. Back to the topic. Okay, so engagement with businesses. What other types of things can we do? I know Sash does, and you posted this recently. It was wicked. Um, like a questionnaire or a game, a quiz, right? The what was the quiz you posted in the group, which was wicked?
It was, what was your design style?
Mm.
I don't, was it design style or say it was something like that, but it was, I believe it was Adobe. So you could go to this Adobe site, and it was
Oh,
real. There
good.
was a lot of movement, and it was interactive, and it asked you a bunch of questions, and at the end, it told you
I told you how great you
what
are,
your what type of a designer you are.
right? And I honestly, the because it's Adobe, it was brilliant. So we should repost that. So if you haven't tried it, it was super fun. But so quizzes are a big deal. Oh, Phelan's here. Hi, Phelan. Phelan's sitting right over there, guys. I think, or he's outside. So that's funny. But Greg, so one of the things that I'm noticing is when we started out this group, it was hard to get interaction. Now it's a little different. And what's actually changed is those short form comments, those pick A, B, or C, have changed it into a dialogue. And I think that can happen on business pages as well, right? Over time, right? You're going to develop these relationships, and, people are going to, I don't know. What do you think of that? Do you think that that can develop over time?
Yeah, I mean, for the group, as an example, I think when people first join, they want to, feel it out first. People typically don't jump in and start, being the most engaged person in the group. They get a feel for the room, so to speak, and then, when they have something to say, when they see something that gets posted, over time they will get comfortable in making a post or making a comment. So yeah, it's true.
right?
That goes unless you're a person who's joined the group and you're looking for help and you join the group to ask a question, then maybe you see that person post right away saying, I need help with this. Can you help? What would you do? Whatever. But we haven't had a lot of that in our group.
Hmm. Yeah, no, we will though. I'm sure over time, right?
I'm dying to help people.
Right?
Come
I
on.
know you do help people, Greg, and other people are helping people. It's been really fun, and I have to say, if you are thinking about starting the group, maybe try it. It really does change how you do business a little bit in that it makes it more fun, more interactive, right? There are other things. So connect, ask people questions, right? What did we have? Oh, so with how we do things now, Greg and I both manage people's businesses on social media, and one of the things we do over here is we do content sharing. So, and I know Kat does this too. It's going and finding other articles online that are, share worthy and sharing them on your business page. And that can actually increase your visibility and your likes. However, I will say this caveat. Um, Facebook does not like you leaving Facebook. Like, so sharing those articles, you're smarter to go into your own business feed, like other pages, and then share their stuff that way, right? Do you do any share strategy, Greg?
Mm, not really.
No?
Although I did not know that that was the case because I shared a link, a referral link. I don't remember who it was that was looking for hosting information. So I was telling them all about hosting information, and they decided to go with DreamHost, I think. So I private messaged her and I said, "Hey, if you don't mind, I have um, a referral link for DreamHost. If you don't mind giving me a referral for it." So or using my referral link. So she did, but I sent it to her through the messenger. So I didn't actually get the referral because Facebook strips that stuff.
No
Yeah.
way.
Oh well.
Interesting that that would happen, though, right?
Yeah. Well, like you said, Facebook doesn't like you leaving Facebook for other things. So I'm assuming the referral link that I sent to her that she would have clicked to go to DreamHost.
It would have had
They
a.
might they might have done something with that so that when she landed on DreamHost, she just landed on DreamHost without my referral information.
It might have had its own UTM parameter, right?
Could
So
be.
that's interesting. Ooh.
I think that was Delicia I was helping a
Interesting.
while
You do
ago.
help people, right? Um, you guys are awesome. So I'm looking at the comments. I can't catch them quick enough. I am going to go back and respond to them all because Kat's saying something wicked, Gwen's saying something awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
I see Kelly was asking a couple questions. I'll get back to him when we're off with any comments he's made.
right? So that's an interesting thing to take note of. One of the things we do over here, guys, secret sauce stuff, secret sauce. Um, we use something called Sniply, and it doesn't work on all websites. So if you share like content from another sites, on the bottom you can actually tag it with like a picture of you or your logo and say, learn more about PPC or SEO over here, and it'll actually link to, if they click the button, it'll link to your site, so you don't lose out on that traffic. It's kind of cool way to engage. We're still trying to figure out how we can see that data streamlined in analytics, but because Sniply has its own analytics and it's free, so that's something we do for our clients, and we do see some traction with the bike shop we work with. It's been effective to grow um, the community online, right? Also, I was going to say posting, so for local businesses, posting community-based things really works, right? Because that creates dialogue or funny things. Like, for instance, the bike shop, there's a new thing, Greg, in Vancouver where you can rent like I guess a herd of bikes that's in, I don't know, it's weird. It's like you pedal, there's like 12 of you, and it's on a bar, and you can have beer. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Phelan found it.
I need to do that.
I think it'll go over quite poorly when people get drunk, but that's just right. Okay.
Is that run by Vancouver or your bike shop?
Oh, it's in Vancouver. It's just by Vancouver. I don't know. It's some sort of beer drink and stuff.
I need to look that up.
Good. So there's all sorts of ways. I think humor does really well, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
You know something Cat does? Contests.
Mm.
So they seem to work really well. One day we're going to have a contest in here, guys, and we're going to either give a t-shirt away or maybe like a Google Home Mini. But that's in the future after we hit 1,000 people.
Wow, we're getting good giving away Google Home Minis. Wow.
Like $50.
You think we were making money at this or something?
Right? No, we just love it. We just love it. So what other things, Greg, we got a bit of time here. What other things do you think we can do?
I think you were going to talk briefly about reviews and how reviews can be used for engagement.
It's true. Reviews are, I think, so it comes back to what is engagement and where are we looking to drive our engagement. And technically reviews are a type of engagement, right? Because customer responds to your business, you respond to them. There's other interesting things too, like with Google My Business, you can actually set up Messenger, so you can get Messenger messages right to your phone. It's pretty amazing. But I think reviews are a really big deal. They can tell you how well your business is doing, what you need to improve. Like those bad reviews that clients freak out about, they can really be helpful. And, Joe's here. Hey, Joe. But so reviews and leaving.
I mean, no one likes to get those bad reviews, but you need to spin it in a positive way, and you should be able to spin it in a positive way if you do get a negative review.
They're just not your customer. I think that's what it comes down to. And technically, if 30% of people don't believe if someone has 100% good reviews, then maybe you want a bad review or like a less than 5.
I remember we talked about this when we did an episode strictly on reviews and getting reviews, is that I am the type of person that doesn't believe everybody has 5-star, like your business is 100%, perfect. So while it's nice to see, I tend to look at the ones that are maybe 4.5 stars. Even a 4-star, as long as you read a couple of those reviews or you read a couple of the negative ones and see what they're talking about, see if it's valid on your own, and see if the business owner responded and how they responded.
That's always good.
I'm more partial to the 4 and 4.5 stars than a 5-star because nobody's perfect.
Oh, see, I don't look at it as perfect. But I give 5 and 1s. Got to be really angry to give one. Oh, Chuck's here too. Hey, Chuck. So yeah, reviews are, it's interesting because when you read like restaurant reviews, when you read those, I really like getting the feedback because I know what I'm getting, like bad service, good food, or bad service, bad food, or, you can make a decision and you can know what to expect. So that's a lot about that interaction, right?
So in order to engage with reviews, what would you tell people on how to approach it? Because sometimes people are very hesitant to ask for reviews. So do you have any tricks or tips on how to ask?
You ask and you ask again and you ask again and you ask again, and you can even say your client is like, can you send me something that I can just review and so I'm saying what you want. So you can even write yourself them and send them to the client. So yeah, it is really important for clients to respond, right? That's where that interaction happens. And that's what people want to see. We're all nosy and we all read the reviews and the response, right? And if people don't respond, it makes a difference. What do you guys think? Do you think it makes a difference? Um, Kat is saying she runs contests because the base of her product is boring. Interesting. They do incredibly well. Yeah. So contests are fun. I think they're fun, and they just get people to engage, right? So we also have a question about integration with Instagram and Pinterest and add-ons. I'm not sure if I get that, Kelly, but say more. Um, but yeah, that brings a good point up, which is interacting on Instagram. We know that Instagram's changed a little bit recently, right? You're not seeing the number of likes. Greg, how are you feeling about that?
I'm fine with it because the way it's implemented, you see your own like count, but everybody looking at if you're scrolling through your feed, I don't see the total like counts of every image of everybody else that's been posted, and I don't care
Now, do
about.
you DM people?
The once in a while, um, yeah, we will DM people. We get more DMs than we send to people. The account for one of the customers that I'm doing Instagram for is very high end. So we are trying to be careful on Instagram at not just following everybody or getting anybody to follow us. We are really trying to get the right people to follow and engage with the right people.
Yeah.
So it's a much slower growth than if you were just whatever type of business who's just looking for to be in front of anybody out there.
Right? Yes, and I think that's important. I don't think it always has to be about fast growth, but like meaningful growth, like how real friendships are, and the businesses you want to work with, the more real they are, the better, right?
I think people need to understand that the metric of how many people follow you or your business is absolutely useless. You could have everybody in the world following you and nobody interacting with you.
Mm,
It's all about the people who are interacting with you and those people being the right people for your business.
mm. That another interesting thing is that I see a lot of businesses, so they might have lots of staff, but it's usually the owner that interacts on the Facebook page or the group or Instagram DMs. Like you're actually specifically talking to people, right? And
Mhm.
it's pretty interesting. Oh, Cassie's joined us. Hey, Cassie. Um, there was something else I wanted to mention. Oh, in Facebook, so I'm switching back to Facebook, guys. Um, there's Messenger, and you can set up the autoresponder. You can do bots. Those things help create really engaging interaction. I mean, you can get notifications of somebody going live in there and stuff like that. We're not there yet, but we're close. But so I find that Messenger interaction for business works really well, especially the autoresponder. Like, I had somebody, a business owner, say to me once, like, "Oh yeah, we don't do Messenger because we don't. That's not where we are. We're not, gonna interact there." I said, "Yeah, but if you put the autoresponder on, saying we do this for a client, saying, we're not always on here, but the best way to get in touch with us is through email, and you put the email or call us, right? And that works like gangbusters. So I don't know. Have you seen that? Do you see interaction?
I don't, I haven't come across a lot of interaction. I do like when there is a chat feature on a website
Mm,
so that you can talk to someone and get a question answered right away.
mm,
What I get annoyed with is not getting a response right away.
mm. Or not very
Um,
quickly, yeah.
yeah, so
Oh,
in
you're
that,
such a consumer, Greg.
I think what you said was very good though, in that if you do have that type of a feature on your site or on your Google My Business page, so that it prompts people, hey, send us a text message. That reply, if you're not going to be able to respond on a timely manner, make sure you do have something like that that says, "Hey, we appreciate you, trying to get in touch with us. Um, it's hit or miss. because we're busy, whether we'll be able to respond right away. So the best way is to just call or send us an email if you don't hear from us in the next couple of minutes, type
Yeah,
thing.
it does make a world of difference. Um, Elle is here. Hey, Elle, and Rocco. Hello, Rocco. We love Rocco. Uh, Rocco uses, yeah. It's funny, there's a good point here. So, how do you guys feel about, because business logos are what we put in our business profile, but it doesn't feel the same as interacting with a personal profile image. So, would you put your business, like your face, on your business profile as the profile image because it could make better interaction?
I think I would say it really depends on your business. I mean, how big is your business? Are you freelance or just a small business? Maybe it does make sense to look more approachable and have a profile photo for that type of stuff. But if you're a large business, you can't you can't have one person be the face of a
Mm,
large business. It's got to be a logo. If multiple people are going to be responding,
mm,
either you're using a service where each of them have their own chat account
mm.
and their own profile picture that they're responding to the customer with. Otherwise, you're just use your logo and have the name.
Yeah. Kat's got a really good question. Does it matter if the chat on the site is a bot or not in terms of how quick the response is? Interesting.
I would, I mean, I'm still getting used to bots. I'm not sure whether I really like them or really hate them yet. I am the type of person who likes talking to a live person,
Right?
whether it be like, so consider the bot as, when you called a phone system, a customer service on the phone, and you got stuck in the loop of like, pick this, or is this what you want, or like, say what you want now. And it's like, just give me a live person,
Like the phone companies, we all
you know?
know, right? And they switch the number to get to the operator.
So,
Sometimes, yeah.
yeah. So the bot stuff for me in a chat is sort of like that in its infancy of the chat world. And I'm not sure whether I'm at the point where I'm like, just give me a human so I can chat. I don't want to try to type a question and hope that I get the correct response from your chat bot.
Well, nobody also, maybe with a chatbot, don't answer a question with a question. Who likes that, right? Just answer my question. Um, yeah, so the other thing I want to mention before we hop off, because, it's almost time, always a good conversation. You guys are wicked. Um, One thing I wanted to mention is Aster. So I asked this question in the group. I literally this specific question 2 days ago, and Aster made a comment that was a step by step process that she's done for how her business interacts or plans out their interaction. And I thought it was really good because, well, it's a plan, right? Like, so how do you respond? What is your message, right? And telling people that it is a bot on your website and saying it's Sally the bot, or Bubbles the fish the bot, or something like that. So there's strategy behind engagement. So people think social media and digital marketing is easy, and the reality is, not only does it change all the time, but it's challenging to figure out what's right and what's wrong. And this is why marketing is a group effort, right, Greg? Right?
It's hard in the sense of doing it right.
Mm,
Being social is not hard. I mean, anybody can be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But it's not just about being there. It's about engaging properly with your customers, engaging with the proper people.
mm-hmm.
Don't be on Instagram if your customers aren't on Instagram, type of thing. So it is easy to be on all of these platforms
Mm-hmm.
and to use for the most part, but it's hard to master and it's hard to be effective to get in front of your customers.
Right. And each different business is different. And the other thing is, because we have business profiles and personal profiles, there can be some interaction, especially for smaller, like little agencies, us, right? Like, there can be some crossover. Not much, because you have to use your personal profile for personal stuff, but say a real estate agent, there's some movement there, right? And having that crossover can be really effective, because maybe your friends and family don't necessarily support what you're doing, but their friends might support what you're doing and see what you're doing. So that crossover really helps with interaction. So Greg, I think, yeah, that's it for today. Guys, that's it. We love you. John's here. John, you'll have to catch the replay.
We'll try to go back and make sure we get all these comments, and if there's any questions, we'll get them answered.
Definitely. And guys, we're not actually going to mention what we're doing next week, because it's going to go up on our main header. And I think we're going to have a special guest next time, and guess who it is? So excited. It's Kat.
Ooh.
Right? So
even I'm being filled in on this.
Right. So that's going to be really exciting. She's amazeballs and fun and smart and can't wait. Greg and I are going to go off to the side and talk about that. But guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for coming. It was so great. What a good conversation, Greg. You're pretty wicked. Yeah.
Thank you. You are too.
Right. Thanks. And guys, I won't be here. This is my last day on the campground. So next time, Greg, whole new office.
If I was around, I'd help you move, but I'm not. So.
And you're so sweet. Well, next time I come to town, we're going to dinner. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.